5 of the NFL, and we're going to be looking at San Diego. They're playing at Oakland. Hated, bitter rivalry. We saw Oakland at -4. So far, 31% of the money is on Oakland, leaving the rest on San Diego. San Diego's at 1-3 versus Oakland at 3-1. And also, Oakland has back-to-back road wins. But let's look at the Chargers for a second. The Chargers, they got no pass defense. They got no wide receivers. They got no running backs. And on November the 8th, they're going to have no stadium. Looks like that's going to fizzle out. So what does Phillip Rivers do? This guy should have requested a trade. Now he's going to be moving up to LA or somewhere, and he doesn't even want to move. So no telling what his spirits are. They've had too many injuries, but let's look what San Diego could have not even been close to being 1-3. Maybe they could have been 3-1 or 4-0. You never know. Week 1 versus Kansas City, they were up by 17 points with 9 minutes to go. They lost. Week 3, they were up with Indianapolis by 2 points with 1 minute and 28 seconds to go. They lost. Week 4 versus New Orleans last week, they were up by 13 points with 8 minutes left. They lost. So there's 3 losers, 1 winner. They're third, though, offensively at 30 points per game, so they know how to score. Phillip Rivers, he's throwing the ball well, 7 touchdowns and 1 interception. I think this is a key week. Going to 2-3 in this division, if they win this week, is a very, very important number. If they can go to 2-3 and knock Oakland down to 3-2, then they're really just 1 game behind. When you look at Oakland, you've got Derek Carr. He is a franchise quarterback. In fact, he might have set this franchise up for the next 10 to 15 years. Brilliant pass protection. Raiders, their offensive line is fantastic, but they don't really have that great of defense. And I'm going to back San Diego plus the 4. Keep in mind, San Diego, when you read that they've lost 5 straight road games, that's all right. They've covered 4 out of the 5 against the spread. So with this heated division rival, let's look at taking San Diego plus the 4 points, and we might have one of those 31-28 contests.
Yeah, I mean, both of these teams have had the exact opposite finishes, as you've touched on. We're both here in Vegas. I go to the Vegas Sportsbook. I used to go there almost every single day, but now pretty much Saturdays and Sundays I'm there for football. And Sundays, it's amazing to see the turnaround of the Raiders' spirit here in Las Vegas. I mean, when they score, they get the most praise in the sports book, everything. They're just going nuts like they're their team here already, and it's like, wow, this is happening. But, yeah, Oakland, they came back against the Saints. They came back last week against the Baltimore Ravens. They came back, forget about their other win.
Was it Tampa Bay?
No. But they came back another one. They lost to Atlanta, so they're 3-1, like you said. But they're doing it with smoke and mirrors. San Diego, on the other hand, could be in the same position as them, but they just haven't finished games. So you have to wonder which team is going to be at fault here. You look back at last year when Oakland blew them out. Well, that score was bad, 40-something to nothing, basically. So where's it going to be the break even here? I think you have to look at the San Diego Chargers, as bad as it sounds. You have to look at them and say they should have won that game against the Saints. The spread wouldn't have been even close to 4. Probably would have been 2.5, maybe even closer to a pick-em if that was the case. And if the Raiders didn't come back and beat the Ravens, even more so, when they threw that touchdown to the corner end zone with Michael Crabtree. And that's what happens in football. One play here, one play there, and all of a sudden the line can be swayed heavily going into the next week.
We're definitely getting the best of the line.
Getting the best of the line. This will definitely wouldn't be a premium play. I got a lot of people that are texting me, and these free plays, they love free plays, but you want the true plays, you got to pay for those. But for a free play, I would take San Diego.
And speaking of texting, or also speaking of emailing, just give me an email, subject Harvard, and I got some weekly packages. I got some 4-week packages, and don't leave money on the table. I mean, all during April, May, June, July, and August, everybody just craving for football, and here it is. So make sure you take advantage of it while it is. We're winning. We've been winning. I've been winning this year, last year, 35 years. I've been beating the Vegas number, or else I wouldn't be sitting here. So give me a holler, shout out at my email address located below.